I'm not really a big movie guy.
You're not a big movie guy?
Or TV. I haven't had like a physical working TV in my house in over 10 years.
Holy shit. Do you know who, like, Quentin Tarantino is? Or
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I'm not retarded.
Oh, well, I mean,
Masonic Smoker Podcast. Welcome back, guys. Make sure you guys are supporting the Patreon. Masonic Smoker Podcast Patreon on Instagram. Make sure you guys are supporting Masonics on Fairfax.com. Get you all the dope Masonic merch. Make sure you guys are supporting MasonicSeeds.co. And make sure you guys are supporting all your favorite charities as well. We got Frank Castillo in the house. We got Beezel in the house. But before I get into it, I want to give a big special thank you to our sponsors, Central Coast Garden Products. As you can see here, we got Green Cleaner. Been using Green Cleaner for close to fucking more than 5 years. Keeps my garden pretty spick and spam. If you're not using Green Cleaner, it's a nice go-to IPM product. Go get you some Green Cleaner at your nearest gardening supply store. If they don't have it, make sure you guys request it. Shout out Green Cleaner. Shout out Central Coast Garden Products. Let's get into it. Let's get into it, baby.
Yeah, let's go.
You fucking nailed it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. I like that.
You like that, too?
Yeah, one take, dog.
The homie T. Beezel, Little Lake Valley Seed Co. You know, what's happening, buddy?
Good, man. Be glad to be in L.A.
We got a legend in the house. I got to tell motherfuckers, like, that's a legend right there.
Thanks,
like,
brother.
When we're like, when people, like, today, they're like, there's a couple legends in the house, and you're one of them.
Thank you, brother.
Off rip, you taught Brandon about whole plant fresh frozen material. Brandon, 3rd Gen Family Farms.
Yeah.
How's that, man? How's it feel to be a pioneer of the whole plant fresh frozen, being a catalyst in that?
I mean, yeah, it feels good. I just, you know me. I'm never one to brag or go out of my way to shout
we want
about
you to
stuff.
brag a little bit. That's why we got the podcast right now, baby.
Well,
I want
yeah,
you to put your nuts on the table. You know what I'm saying?
I was really happy Brandon put that out there. Brandon's a real one. Like, if you helped and showed him to do something, he's not going to make up a lie or tell somebody someone else did it, even if he doesn't like you.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know? So the fact that he came out and was like, said that it really meant a lot. Back in the day, everyone was doing cured dried stuff.
Yeah.
And the way I stumbled on fresh frozen was just an accident.
Tell us how that happened.
Whoa.
My cousin had some material that we needed to get done for a competition, and there was nowhere to dry it. There was nowhere to basically get it cured right that we thought how to make. So in my head, I was just like, oh, well, shit, like, to keep stuff fresh, you always freeze it, right? You freeze everything. I was like, oh, I put it in a bag, and this is like, I'm pretty sure I put it in like a Safeway.
Okay.
Like plastic bag, and
Like
just tied it in a knot up top, you know,
like a
that.
grocery bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Gnarly.
Not like
Not a turkey
bag zipped or a back seal bag.
A fucking Safeway bag.
Yeah, and just put it in there, and I was like, okay,
Safeway.
I gotta wash this, and I wasn't expecting anything. I was actually expecting some really bad stuff, like. Because our theories were that when you dried and cured it, the chlorophyll went away. And that's why you weren't getting, like, green hash or green tasting hash.
Exactly.
And so I washed this fresh frozen. The whole time I'm like, oh, man, like,
You're about to get green
I don't even know why I
gunk.
just did this. I'm going to owe my cousin money for all this shit I froze. And then I pulled the bags, and I remember, like, this just looked like clear plasticine gel or something. Just like this alien snot in the bottom of the bag. And I didn't know what I was doing. It was like stuck to the bag.
Yeah.
Like I went to take a spoon to get it off, and it was literally like
Gnarly.
Oh yeah, it was so bad. And
what year was this?
Probably like 2009, 10ish.
Gnarly.
Yeah.
That's when I started Blast and Shatter, like 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started blasting shatter in like 2002.
Tell us about that,
2001.
man. How'd you stumble upon Blast and Shatter? What was the scene like?
It was an old head that was talking about hash oil back in Morocco and the Middle East. And I was always like, how do they do it? You know, what's going on? What makes it from this crumbly bubble hash, and what would make it an oil? And he would always, they got to be using a solvent. I never really knew how they do it. He was just traveling over there. And I remember one day I stumbled on some YouTube videos of these people talking about like butane extraction and stuff. And it just clicked in my head that like, oh, this old guy was talking about a solvent. Now here's these guys talking about stuff in PVC tubes with this and that. And we have, I live in the middle of wine country, so we have a lot of stainless steel shops up where we are. And so I just got like a stainless steel column for them because they have them like on site. And that's how I started.
No
was
doubt.
just, cans of butane, stainless steel tube,
2002.
open blasting. Yeah, 2002,
Gnarly.
2003, like right around
2010, I was probably like a couple years, 2010 I graduated high school. I'm tripping. It's probably like 2012, 2 years. I'm like, full term, growing all these plants in my backyard. And same thing, like I remember stumbling upon something on the internet, not even Instagram, just on the internet. And I remember I used to work with this old painter, and he would always have oil. And I'd be like, what the fuck is this? He's like, man, just do it with gas. I'm like, what?
Yeah, like, huh?
And it was like weird. He would call them like greasers, bombers or something. He'd put the fucking BHO oil around every joint and just get gnarly. But I forgot what led me to, but like I got a 60 dram vial with the medical vials, the ones that lock in, the childproof ones. And I filled it with some shake. And then I had the can inserts that you use for the portable stovetops. I had that butane. Let's see if this works. Put a hole on each side of the 60 dram, filled it, and ran that fucking nasty butane through there. And sure enough, like
gold oil
stuff starts to come out. And I'm like, whoa, this is gnarly. 2012. I'm like 20 years old at the time. And my friend dabbed it as soon as it came out. It was disgusting. I did, and I had him do it. But yeah, man, it's crazy to see how, the evolution of BHO to, now we got really nice hash. But you've been around this hash thing for a long time
I won,
now, man.
The first competition I won for like getting recognized as hash is I won the Emerald Cup in 2010.
Jesus Christ, that's when I graduated high school.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I won the Emerald Cup 2010, first and second place for Melt. And that's right around 2010, 2012. Those 2 years were critical years for solventless hash. That's when people actually started to care about it because BHO dominated the market.
I smoked so much shatter, so many slabs. Like I never thought that hash was gonna, like, dudes would come to the house with like a little bit of full melt, one jar, and they'd be sharing dabs, and I'd be like, why don't you just slab dab like a normal person? But it took me a while to understand like how much better it tasted. It's just way cleaner, way better. It just feels better. I haven't smoked hydrocarbon willingly, and feels like going on 3 years now.
Yeah.
Just because rosin is way better. I remember I used to blast so much shatter. One time I'm like, let's make some traditional hash. I'm tired of smoking shatter. Like, let's make that brown hash. And we had like a Skywalker. We pulled it a little early. We washed it fresh, kind of. And some hash came out. And we're like, we did this wrong. Like, it's not brown. It's like yellow. It's like good. Like what we think is good now.
Yeah.
And we're like, we did this totally wrong. And then we're like, why does it taste so good? Why is it
bubble?
Why is it so good? Man, this stuff's loud. Man, it's like way better than the shatter, but it didn't click.
Yeah.
We just went right back to shatter.
When did it eventually click?
Fucking 2019, 18.
It's crazy that it's like a lot of these big leaps and bounds in it were just accidents.
Yeah. That was a total accident, making seeds. I didn't think I was going to be like anything. It's just all demand and accidents and chocolate chip cookie effects and things like that.
Chocolate chip cookie effect?
The chocolate chip cookie wasn't supposed to be a thing.
Yeah.
They put that shit in the oven, and next thing you know, they had this dope thing because it didn't cook right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, and then you got a chocolate chip cookie, and then you got whole plant fresh frozen tech. Same principle.
Chocolate chip cookie Wilson OG dog.
Something like that, man. Something like that.
Yeah, it was 2011 Emerald Cup. Or no, 2012, sorry. It was the last one they held up north before they moved to Santa Rosa. And it was at the Mateel Community Center. I won first, Brandon won third. And that's when he asked me. He was like, dude, why? Why is this, and how is this like this? And I was like, oh, you just freeze it. You just cut it down and you freeze it. And after I'd stumbled on that mistake, like, I realized what it was.
Yeah.
And so I just started doing it. And then that's kind of like what set me apart from a lot of people, is because I was running frozen, but like almost a year before anyone even knew it was
So you
like
had
a thing.
that leg up that whole year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like a lot of, like when it would cure, and what we know as 6-star,
Yeah.
and when it gels out and stuff,
Yeah.
there was people that thought I was taking BHO and mixing keef in it to harden it up and make it look like that. And I was like, that's how I knew it was special, because I'm like, man, now people are like telling themselves stories to make them feel
That's
better
the first
about it,
time
you know?
I've ever heard that one.
You know?
That might be some good stuff too, by the way. Have you tried it? What? Doing the shatter with the keef?
No, I haven't.
Fuck
But I
it.
would mix some melt with some shatter, not
doubt.
keef.
One time I had like some full melt, and you know how it greases up, right?
Mhm.
And there's always the residual if it's melt, because it greases up, and it always has like, there's always some left behind. And one time I like put like BHO sauce with a couple diamonds, and it just mixed right into it. So like I didn't waste anything, because
Yeah.
all the melt like just dissolved with that fucking, you know, BHO type deal.
Oh, those terps are solvents. It'll
Yeah.
dissolve it real good.
And if there's some tech, if you guys don't want to waste any of your residual melt and you smoke hydrocarbons still, just kind of mix it in there and give it a little whip, and you'll have some full melt terps inside your hydrocarbon sauce for
Yeah.
sure. You besides hash, you have like other hobbies you do. You're like a competitive lifter.
Yeah, I do competitive powerlifting.
How does that work? How much do you eat, man?
I eat quite a bit. It's really regimented. Like I do a lot of meal prepping. So I meal prep every Sunday.
You're like in control of your days, right?
Are you like Thor
Yeah.
under that sweatshirt?
This guy's
I mean, I'm not like a comic book character,
Oh,
but
okay,
I'm.
so
Does he-
but
does he look
Chris
pudgy to you?
Hemsworth?
But I'm
no, but it's
muscular.
like the black sweatshirt definitely makes you look like just a regular like.
Are you gonna
know-
fuck
you
with
know
this
what I
guy?
mean? No, fuck no. But he's also very unassuming too, and that's one of
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
You ever notice how like if you ever look at like a Navy SEAL, he just looks like someone's like stepdad, and then like.
I'll take it. That's exactly
You know what
what
I
I'm
mean?
exactly
And
like a
then-
Navy SEAL.
And
But
then
we'll
just
take
something
it.
crazy happens, and then you're just like, oh, that guy can take a knife to the neck. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, T goes hard with the weights. I've seen him do like deadlifts. and-
Yeah.
I heard you have a crazy refrigerator.
I do. I have a very structured refrigerator.
Tell us about your refrigerator, please.
Well, I started posting it as like the fridge check, because a lot of stoners are unhealthy.
All right.
And a lot of people
Yeah.
have, you look at their fridge and it's like, dang, bro, like there's no, like it's full, but there's no food.
Yeah.
And so I started posting. I have like my meal preps, my yogurts, my kombuchas, and like all my stuff, And some people were like, damn, bro. And I was like, yeah, like, I'm just trying to promote people going to the gym, eating healthy.
That's what's up.
I see a lot of people not taking care of themselves in cannabis,
Yeah, wash your ass if you must.
Oh, this is disgusting. No, I'm just kidding. That's
You know those Q-tips that you use in your banger? They were initially used to like clean your ears and shit like
Your
that.
belly
Believe it or
buttons,
not.
you know what I mean?
So
Yeah.
get up in there. You can. They're multi-use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The pro swabs.
Yeah, clean
Yeah.
that
You
semen
can clean
out
your
of
ear
your
out
belly
with
button.
Get it out of there. You nasty motherfuckers.
Yeah, I also do seeds, Little Lake Valley Seed Company.
Tell us about your dope ass seed company, man. I actually had the pleasure of growing your Falfano line, and
Oh, nice, bro.
And I grew like a little bit of everything, and Lord knows, man, your shit's kicking ass.
Are the
Thank
seeds
you.
buff too?
They are. They're jacked.
Jacked. No, they're not jacked. You don't want.
It's called jacked genetics on the street, bro.
They're gonna think you have a bunch of terpenoline dominant strains if you're saying
No.
they're jacked.
The seed line is specifically bred for resin production, and how that specifically pertains to solvent-free hash making. So my lines are for hash making. Not to say you won't find things in there for flour, but since it's been directed towards hash making, the chances you're going to find a flour pheno quicker than you're going to find a hash pheno is more unlikely.
No doubt.
Instead of the other way around on most of it.
No doubt. How long you been growing pot?
It's like 98, 99, since I was like 13, 14 years old.
Where are you from?
Mendocino County, a little town called Willits.
A little town called Willits.
Yep.
So you're surrounded by this shit.
Oh yeah, that's the heart of the beast up there.
Like it's just it's like it's just in you. It's
Yeah, it's been up in the culture up there for going on 60, 70 years.
Did you ever smoke brickweed?
No, I never even saw it. I never saw it until I was an adult, and I came down like in this area, and I started hanging out with a couple of my friends.
What a
where,
life! Never seen brickweed.
Like linked up with like some of the Armenian people, where I first got like my cuts of real OG, and they found it interesting that I was from up there, and they knew, like the older guys knew I'd never seen brick, and they were asking me, hey, have you ever seen that? And I was like, no. And so they brought some next time I came down for me to see, and I was like, there's no fucking way. Like,
I grew up on that stuff.
Oh, I know. No, a lot of people did. I have a partner grew up on it, and I had just never.
Nowadays, kids won't get to see the brick nowadays. I think.
Yeah.
Like Burner's gonna have to do a whole drop,
to the brick.
just a whole homage to the brick. Cookies collab, brickweed, just to get the people educated on the brick.
Brickin'.
Oh, that's
Burner. But yeah, we got to leave it up to them to showcase the world the brick, because that's a hard job.
Someone needs to reinvent the brick.
They're gonna give it a nice mylar or something.
Yep.
It's just kind of like the supreme concrete.
And then I also do the donuts. I know you've been eyeing those donuts.
Dude, have I tried one? Not yet, huh?
Not yet.
And they're not medicated either.
They're not medicated.
They're just fucking deliciously
Black Market Donut Company.
Wait.
Just
They're
underground pop-up donuts.
Not the smoking ones.
Oh, they're not
the
regular,
eating
my
ones.
friend.
Well, okay. I mean, but they're just like edible. They're like edible donuts that don't have weed in them.
Yeah.
And they look delicious.
That's so fucking funny because everyone kept talking about donuts and I kept thinking weed.
Nope. He's talking about
actual
donuts.
I fucking love donuts.
He makes donuts.
I fucking love donuts.
I make real ones.
Fuck yeah, dog.
Yes, sir.
My wedding cake was donuts.
Swear to God.
Oh, yeah?
We did like multiple plates, but we had one main one that was donut, like wedding cake, and then we had other donuts for everyone else. It was fucking sick.
That's fire.
Yeah, dude, donuts.
I need to do a wedding ceremony of some sort.
Have you not done a wedding ceremony yet?
No.
Yeah, you need to get that done.
Yeah.
We'll do a big one.
Yeah.
In Hawaii.
Yeah.
Dibs. I was just dibsing an invite there. Sorry.
We're gonna have
You know who's not laughing?
we do stuff. We just you gotta put it in the air.
And then we got one last one, the Trippy Chili Hot Sauce Company.
Oh yeah, you got the hot
you got the
sauce.
hot
I'm a little bit of everywhere.
He diversified his bonds. You know what I'm saying? Like Wu-Tang Clan. That's what I'm talking about. You collect art.
You know why? Because only killer bees make honey.
That's right. That's right, baby. We witty, unpredictable talent, all natural game. We usually take a person's strain. Garments, but we'll say strain today. How you doing today, T, man? Thank you for coming in here, man. I appreciate you, man. You know, I'm a big fan of your work.
I'm a big fan of your work.
You know, we
I got two jobs here in the line that have your work in it.
I get it, you know. Like we're just weed people and we smoke it.
Yeah, and enjoy it.
Like you smoke weed and
a lot.
You smoke hash
a lot,
and you grow it.
Mm-hmm.
And you wash it too. I don't really wash, but like you're all up in there, bro.
Yep.
And that's why that's what's like. I don't know. It's just like I know the real motherfuckers, and to me, you are a real motherfucker.
We were talking about it earlier.
You're a real
downstairs,
ass motherfucker.
Where it's like you called you triple threat, where there's not a lot of people who do genetics, who also wash, and also grow.
Yeah.
And you do all three, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He's dude. He's out there. He's teed up with hash, man. This is the hash man right here.
That's the whole reason the line came about, is I like to smoke resin. And, I mean, come on, Mace. How many times have you smoked the same strain in a different way or renamed and mixed at certain ratios with other? It's basically the same things getting washed by the same companies.
Yep.
And I was just tired of smoking the same stuff.
I think the ones that are successful are the ones that deviate and try to do their own thing instead of, in a sense, follow the flavor pack, right?
Well, it goes back to the adage that only those willing to be misunderstood earn the right to be called legends. So
Give us more of that.
What?
I know, like, sometimes you just, like, make me want to get up and and, like, go work.
Yeah.
I'll start lifting weights while fucking
let's go.
T's on live right now talking that shit. Fucking.
Yeah, someone said there's the Epic Tea the Epic Tea pep talk.
Yeah, I just have a way of being articulate with my words and just sort of motivating people, but not just speaking though. Like I motivate them by a lot of action behind what I say as well. And so I just have a way to communicate it with people because, you know, I've been broke. I've been a loser. I've been fat. I've been without friends. You know what I'm saying? And so I've built myself up. And so I want to help others come up And so I have a way to relate. Like, people just sort of look at me sometimes and think like, oh, he's never struggled, or he's never wanted, or he's never hurt or lost. But then I talk and they're like, holy shit, like that kind of, I relate to that a lot. Yeah.
Do you have like a structured day? Like, what does a day in the life of T. Beezel consist of when you're in your routine?
Like, my daily normal life usually starts out at like 5 a.m. right around there.
No, I'm just kidding.
And then I take one dog for her walk. She's a little older. She's like 10 years old, so she can't do like too much. So she does like a half hour, just kind of like in town a little bit. Then I got a younger dog, and we go do like an hour, like cardio, like intense walking, because she has a lot of energy. Then I go hit the gym for like an hour and a half. And then mainly it's...
And motherfuckers is barely waking up when he's done at the gym. And then
Yeah. So like,
so you're done with the gym.
It's already 2.5
I'm done with the
hours of
gym. I'm
moving.
done with the gym by like 7:45, 8.
Jesus, no, we ain't awake yet.
Yeah. And then I'll go home and I'll work on seeds, or I'll wash hash. And if I wash hash, I'll wash hash from 9 in the morning to like 10 at night.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And then if I do the seeds, I'll break it up. Whether I'm doing labeling and packaging, whether I'm sorting and sifting.
So
you know that part.
So I've seen his seed bin. Like, I know what it takes to break down the plant, sift the seeds, whether mechanically or, whatever way you do it. It all is time consuming. It all takes time. Yeah. It's all meticulous. It's all time consuming. And when he opens up this bin, there's so much hours in there that I could see. I'm just like, holy fuck, I got to get home and do the same. You made me want to go home and like, we got to just sift
Well, it's
these,
creating a level in people by setting a standard and an example, and doing it in a way that's like really feasible, because it's like work conscious. Yeah. It's not me just standing there telling you something. And real people like you understand it. You open the box and you see the hours.
Yeah.
Like you said, very cleverly put. Most people are like, "Oh, that's just a lot of seeds."
No,
you're like, "Oh, this dude's on it."
And not everyone
I need
gets
to be
that.
on it.
And same thing with, like, I forgot when you like showed me all your packaging. I went to the office. Like, I delegate. I'll be like, guys, we need a lot of seeds. No, I had to be like, boom, 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 boom. These are, here's 20 strains. I need 60 of each.
Yeah, exactly.
And so we could be on T's level, because T's got a lot of packages, and it's not looking too shabby at Masonic Seeds. I need to be on. I need to, have more stuff ready to go. Like, just even though it just needs to be there, so it's easier to maneuver, and you're just one step ahead every time, and you're able to do stuff more freely.
Well, you inspired me too, like this right here. Like, I grew up rural farming.
Yeah.
So a podcast and a studio and this is real new to me.
Yeah.
But seeing you do it, coming from a gardening background, and ease into it, and just see that it takes a space and just some ingenuity. Like, you've inspired me to do more stuff outside of the gardening realm as well.
No doubt, man. I see you doing the road to legends with the homie Jameson. I see you guys are out there freaking.
Well, the last melting of the heads, it was up at Bellingham at the Mothership Glass Studio.
Yeah.
And Jameson and I were sitting around, and we just kind of conceptualized the idea of driving around and going to people's farms, of basically legacy farmers and stuff, of people we feel need a spotlight and need more stuff shed on them, because they're out here doing the work and getting quality products.
I like the way Jameson spotlights the culture.
Yeah.
He's very, like the way he did the moth one, and it felt like we were just. It put some respect on it with the nice production and the captured moments, as opposed to just like one and done, on to the next one. I heard him talk about, he kind of preaches his rhetoric about how people celebrate alcohol, and he kind of brings that light to the weed culture, and he just goes all out with the weed. And weed used to be like a thing where you kind of feel dirty because everyone like talks down on it. Hey, you smoke weed, you're a stoner, this bad stigma. So it's still kind of in you when you got dudes hammered at the Super Bowl or just any given football event, and it's so normal. And you don't feel dirty because it's so normal.
Yeah.
But like weed, there's still that taint, to me at least personally.
Stigma.
Like,
it's stigmatized.
It's still somewhere in there. And even like when I'm just getting down with my boys and I don't even drink, I'm just smoking, I still feel like paranoid. anxious. It still has. I can't let my guard down still, because I know there's still, and even if there's not, I know there's somebody out there ready to fucking, drop a dime. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
And I don't know if you guys see me, but like, I host these things, but I'm like sitting out front, fucking gauging the shit, making sure everybody's good, but
of course.
But that's just how it is,
Well, you have to be like that, Going back to what you say, you have to be on point. You asked me about making lists. Yeah, you have to structure your day. Like, I usually write out my entire week on Sunday when I'm meal prepping.
Fucking A,
and then I don't leave myself an option. So, they say the best way to take the islands is burn your fucking boats. Because you don't leave yourself an option. What are you going to do? You're going to die? Don't leave yourself an option. There's no physical way out. You make the list and then you just, you do it.
There's a couple people that, inspired me to, man up a little bit, and you've done it a few times, and my business partner, Doc, does it. There's a few
I'm quite familiar with Doc.
Bullshitters,
we've
what I
been
mean?
friends for a while.
So it's it's big respects to that, G, because I hold myself to a high standard. I know I work a lot. There's a few guys that I take a muse from, and I just, that's why I even fuck with you like that, G. I really respect you.
No, I appreciate that, man.
I appreciate how you navigate yourself, how you smoke hash, how you grow the fucking dope shit. You're all up in it. You're one of the real ones, man, and I appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you, G.
Anything else that the moth thing in New York?
Yeah. Jameson has a event coming up in New York, January 20th through the 22nd.
All right, fuck yeah.
Melting of the
Are
Heads.
you going to be a part of that one?
Tickets are for sale on his website.
Are you going to New York?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Savage.
Yeah.
Look at you.
First time ever going.
I've never been.
First time ever going to New York?
Yeah, I've never been
Oh,
there.
shit, big city.
Yeah.
Never been. From the hill
Bro,
all the way
should
to
have
New
seen-
York
you
to
should
the
have seen
Big
me at
Apple,
Legends,
baby.
bro.
Let's go.
I brought out all my city fits to L.A.
Oh
They
my
saw
God.
me.
Yeah, you looking.
Some folks were like, dude, I didn't even know you own clothes
Me
like
and you
that.
were the
I'm like,
freshest
Willits,
people at
they're
Legends.
dirty,
Dude,
dog.
I can't wait to see you go to New York. That'd be hilarious. Are you gonna do tourist stuff? Eat bagels and pizza and all that shit?
Yes.
When you go and travel, do you like doing touristy shit?
I'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Dude,
You been to New York?
I have once for a comedy festival.
I've never been.
I come from a
Dude,
town
we
that
gotta
has
go.
3,500 people.
Oh my God, that means
So,
you get pulled
all
over
of
by
it's
the
cool
cop,
to
you
me.
know who it is.
Jesus Christ. What's our time, Princess? 30? Let's keep it going if you want, man. We're right here
Yeah,
talking.
no problem.
Fucking A. Legends of Hash. How'd you like Legends?
Oh, it was awesome. Smoking a bunch of hash, hanging out with friends.
What's your favorite terp at the moment right now? I'm a Skittles guy. Plain and simple.
I like new stuff.
That too.
Because that box,
What
that
don't
box
you
at
like?
Legends was so cool.
What don't you like? And I know it's hard to disregard a strain.
I don't like fresh press. I'll start it off there.
Fair enough. Let's get in on that. Why don't you like fresh press?
I just
tell us
80,
why.
85 to 90% of the time, even more, when you take a strain and you cure it up, it's always better than the fresh press.
Yes.
It's very, very, very rare you get a strain that
I don't disagree.
is comparable. I have not found one that's better than cold cure, but I found stuff that's comparable. And so I just prefer smoking cold cure and not dry cold cure, like real cold cure.
Yep.
The crumbly fall off your dabber type stuff. No, thank you.
You know, it's ironic because this morning, one of my buddies that it's his first time competing, and he's very adamant about his cold cure, and I've never broke it to him, very adamant about his fresh press, and I never broke it to him, dude, cold cure's just better, but this morning he calls me, and he's like, I love him, he's a fucking OG as well. And he's all like, I got all this fresh press. I love fresh press. I'm like, I know you do, but cold cure is better. It just is. It just is. And he's just like, he's like, I don't really do cold cure. I'm like, it's do whatever you think is the best, but I'm telling you that cold cure is better.
Yeah.
Almost 90% of the time.
It is.
And me, I'm just being nice with that 10. I'm honest, me
too.
It's
Me too.
99. It's 100.
Me too, man.
I'm just trying.
I like
to
to throw in the tin to give people a chance.
Exactly.
Because there's
you
people
never
that
know.
surprise me
you
with French
never
press. Sometimes I'm like,
know.
whoa, okay.
Yeah, but you're like, it'll be better.
But it's usually like a GMO.
Dude, you said it.
Like
you said it. That's the only thing that you can smell fresh press is GMO.
I swear to God, dude.
You said it. Yeah. And this is literally, ironically, the conversation that I had on the phone this morning. What we just talked about right now, how fresh press, like, it just ain't it. Mm-hmm. It ain't it.
And then commercial strains that I grew up with up there.
Talk to us about that.
Blue Dreams and Green Cracks and Snow Caps. And they were just so commercially grown out up there when I was younger that's basically what was around to smoke, that I'm just so over them. Like, it's just one of those things that's just like, ugh.
You never want to touch another Blue Dream again?
I mean, if I found a pheno and someone presented it to me and I was like, oh, shit, okay. Like, if it was more like a blueberry-leaning side one, yeah, I'd be totally down. But the average cuts of all those things from back in the day, I grew up around commercial weed growers. So to me, my whole time growing up was around that type of stuff.
No doubt.
I never got OG Kush. I never got sour diesels. I never got, because those weren't commercial strains. Those people I grew up around were like, yeah, we ain't growing those.
I remember going to Santa Cruz around 2008. And we were smoking OG out here in the hood. You know, LA, yeah. We smoke OG. We buy a dime bag, 0.5 for 10, $20 for a gram, and eighth for 50. And I remember going to visit my brother at Santa Cruz because he used to be a banana slug. And they didn't have OG. They had Cinderella 99 and AK-47. Yeah. And they're taking bong rips. They don't smoke blunts. It's it's a whole different culture.
Bong hits for sure.
Yeah, whole different culture. And I remember just being like, this is good. And I feel like cleaner. I feel like a breath of fresh air. But I want that sedative OG high at the time. And I couldn't wait to go home and go smoke me a nice Swisher Sweet with some OG in it. I was tired of smoking Cinderella 99 and AK-47. It was probably grown. I don't know how it was grown. It just wasn't the LA weed I was used to.
No, definitely not. The high-class stuff up there was the indoor growers. They had that Bay Area Purple Urkel.
Yeah.
The Grape Apes. Yeah. Like those kind of strains.
Do you still see stuff like that around?
Yeah. There's all those strains are up there for sure.
No doubt. Like Perps. What is Perps?
Like the real purple.
What's Perps?
Mendo Perps?
What is Mendo Perps?
Mendo Perps is its own strain.
Yeah.
But so many times people have gotten a cut and they don't like Mendo Perps, so they call it Purple Urkel or Grape Ape. But all of them, if you had the originals all distinguished, they are quite different. My favorite was always Urkel.
All right.
It had the strength.
No doubt.
The other ones were real fruity and tasty, but they were light on potency. Like Grape Ape was wonderful, tasty, but it didn't get you that high.
When I get a strain from like All-Star Clones or some place that distributes them, even the nurseries, the Dark Hearts and Buds and Roses, and they have Super Lemon Haze or Grape Ape, like I kind of take it with a grain of salt because of the paper trail. Like,
of course. Like, I've gotten strains from big nurseries like that.
Yeah.
And grown it out and it not even be what the tag said.
Yeah. I represent it for like okay, this is Blue Dream from these guys, and it did check the markers, but I'm not gonna say it's the Santa Cruz Blue Dream cut,
the original.
Yeah, no, this is the Blue Dream that it is. Yeah, it smelled like Blue Dream. It smelled identical to what I'm familiar with Blue Dream. It could 100% be Blue Dream, but I'm not gonna lie to you and tell you it is. Yeah, because I got it from this clone nursery.
Well, that's the thing is people say they got Sherbert. It's not Sherbert unless you got it from Sherbinsky himself.
Yeah,
like unless he gives you a cut and tells you this is Sherbert. Like if you buy a Sherbert from somebody, and like you have something that
all that verbiage
like could be.
All that verbiage matters to me.
It matters to me too because like I get stuff and I'm like, oh okay, but there's certain people like AJ Sour Diesel.
Yeah.
Like until AJ literally hands you a cut and tells you this is Sour Diesel, you do not in fact have Sour Diesel.
You have Emerald Cups 2018 Sour Diesel AJ that they dropped, and you can digest, dissect that more if you want and find out who at PCG has connections, if so, to AJ
Exactly.
and prove that. But all in all, that's what it is,
Yeah.
And there's a big
Shout out PCG. I work with those guys.
PCG
Those
kicks
guys
ass every
those
time.
guys are legit.
PCG.
Every Emerald Cup, run to PCG. That's the first place you should be running.
Dude,
Always
they're dropping my clone this year at Emerald Cup.
Of what?
Sashimi. They're calling it the new Skittles.
Shh, you hear that? Is this the?
So it's platinum Skittles.
We got to air this as the next
cross
episode.
cross with shallot sashimi.
Yeah.
And it's sashimi. They made a huge post on it, hit me up, and they were like, dude, literally, if you do not like to grow Skittles or rainbow belts, this is your thing. Like, if those are, like, hard to grow for you, this is your one.
Well, fuck, man, I'm glad to see you.
So they're dropping that cut at the Emerald Cup, hard.
That's cool to see your shit being showcased.
Oh, I'm ecstatic.
The best fucking show, one of the best shows, period.
Well, we had a collab going on for a while, and it looks like they worked really hard to get it up for this show.
Nice.
And we have like a seed collab. They sent me seeds, and I popped them and I hit them, and now I'm gonna repop those, pull out the male, and then send them the pollen of that, so they can dust a female, and then we could come out with like a seed collaboration.
I love it, man.
But they popped some seeds, and they said out of 2 10-packs, they found that new Skittles.
That's beautiful.
Yeah,
I've been rocking some PCG gear. I just grew their piff mints, and I probably popped like 600 seeds on this hunt. 1 pack of this, 2 packs of that, 3 packs of this, and amongst all those strains, from a lot of high caliber breeders, quote unquote, the archives, the caps, the exotics, all, some of your stuff in there. Your stuff did great, by the way.
Thank you.
The Fago, etc. And these piff mints, man, they just, as far as like structure and like, they just grew 3 times as big as everything. They got twice as shiny, and those piff mints were really nice gear. Shout out PCG for sure.
Yeah, they got good stuff.
Every Emerald Cup, I'm like running there, getting one of everything. I remember they did the Chile Verde drop, and they did the THC bomb, and I remember grabbing each one of those, and then THC bomb ends up winning first place. So I'm like it's just having your finger on the pulse, that's how you stay ahead of the curve. You got to go and be in line and get these tools to like even be privy with them. How are you going to talk about something if you never got a VIP front row seat?
Yep.
And that's how I navigate these waters. I participate in all those things. Every time you got something, I'm always like, what's new,
Oh yeah.
And same thing with all these drops, all these breeders. I'm a fan first.
We'll have another trading party at Ego.
No doubt. No doubt.
Oh shit.
Ego's gonna be fun. You're gonna be at Ego with
oh yeah,
with me at the Seed Swaggle.
Yeah, I got invited by my buddy Masonic, so I'm
head of the
stoked.
Seed Swaggle this year. Shout out Big B Dog Brandon.
Yes, sir.
And low key, you're like grandfathered in.
Oh yeah,
what
bro.
I mean? Brandon longer than me. He should have been the head of the Seed Swaggle, if anything. But
No, it's all good.
B Dog got a soft spot in his heart for little Mace Dog over here.
No, you're cemented yourself in popular culture. I'm the least person that would ever be like, oh my God, Brandon should have asked me. I think it's cool as fuck that you're up in there doing that,
No doubt.
and you've are able to leverage all of the hard work and investments that you've put into stuff, because what you've built isn't just some stone jalopy retard at some like guesswork.
Yeah.
Which they don't say. Some people look at it that way,
Yeah.
but like I see, like you said, you open the box, you see the hours.
Yeah.
I look at everything and I'm like, damn, this is cool as fuck.
No doubt, man. I appreciate it.
So Brandon picked the right person.
I mean, I wear basketball shorts and Crocs, and my socks look dirty half the fucking time. So people are like, what the fuck, But like sometimes I wear my little Doom tee and put on a nice hat and put on the good shoes. And like you said, like at Legends, you were looking spiffy.
Yeah.
People were like, what the fuck? Like, what
Cleans
do you?
up nice.
Yeah, motherfuckers are like, you own clothes like
Yeah.
Like everybody was like, bro, you look really good, and I was like, I've had these clothes hanging for a minute. I've been waiting to get out of town to wear them.
Yeah, every now and then I clean up. And
Yeah, me too.
I cleaned up this weekend because usually, I'm not gonna lie, I look like Adam Sandler. If you guys ever seen Adam Sandler, he's always in like tube
Basketball
socks
shorts.
and
He's always
basketball
ready to play.
shorts.
Yeah.
That's literally me, 24/7. Yeah.
Yeah, and me, I look like a fucking born in a sweatshirt.
He's got
half passed out. While my eyes are open.
How many dabs did you do downstairs, homie?
Jesus Christ! As much as I did yesterday, and then she got a great picture of me. There was just a moment where it was like everyone's packing up, and I was just staring. And then she took a picture, and you can zoom in, and I'm just like, oh, dude.
We need to get Frank some sativas.
Frank needs a glass of water and a Red Bull.
I need milk.
He needs some milk.
I still got 2 sets I got to do tonight.
He was telling me while
shit.
you were out of the room, he was like, dude, homie, I usually like take size of rice. He's like, your boy Mace is just globbing me the fuck
And I was and I felt so embarrassed too because you were explaining it right earlier about how you like the kind of hash you like, and I was just like that. The process you were describing was like that's what someone had handed me. It was like the
fresh press.
Yes.
Yeah,
fresh
press.
No, fresh frozen, or not the fresh frozen. It was so sticky, and it still had the plant matter in it and stuff.
Oh, Keef.
No, it wasn't the keef. It was just God damn it.
Shatter.
Not shatter.
Plant matter.
Full melt.
Plant matter.
It was the full melt. There we go. It was the full melt.
Oh, okay, full melt.
Yeah.
Full melt. Jesus, see, I'm so high.
Yeah.
But I just remember that's what I packed, and because I remember I pulled it out of the bag, and everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it's great." Usually when everyone goes, I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna fuck me up," and that's what happened. I took a dab of that, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm done."
So when Frank started coming here, he would only do Puffco dabs, and he would do his little, and then we got the slurper out. And
no!
And then it started with the small one, and he got obliterated, fucking hat off, sweaty, sitting in a chair, and then double up. Now he's all like, he has this. He's like, I say, let me get a big boy dab, but he says it now too, and it's like if there was an action figure, you could put that on the
yeah. You know what's fucked up is I've started saying it to other people, and they're like, "What the fuck does that mean?" You know what I mean?
I know exactly.
I'll walk up to another grown man. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm high as shit." I'm like, "Hey, can you give me a big boy dab?" And he's like, "This is the first time we've met, Frank. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
You better watch out at Ego asking people that, Frank, because someone might hand you a 0.6 of some real shit.
We're like,
I think I'm ready for that.
Yeah, that's my man.
A lot of people smoke, a lot of people dab, but we smoke.
Dude, yeah.
We
when me and you were on the live,
Jesus
people get tripped. They get intimidated. They're like, they want to Mesa get people to come on, and they if he's with me, they're like, no, because I'm not gonna do 10.5s back to back. I
gotta
can't
get JP.
do that.
JP puts me to shame.
Wait up, who can dab more, you or Jameson?
I don't know.
He's being nice, Jameson.
I
think Jameson can. I've seen Jameson.
Are we talking per body weight?
Ooh.
Me and T went head to head at Mothership.
Yeah.
On Scott's
I remember.
Yeah.
Bro, he sucked the dab out my lungs. It took 15 minutes for the alveoli in my lungs to reset to the proper direction.
Okay, I ain't fucking with T then. All right. Okay, so you win. But Jameson, man, people always Masonic versus Jameson. You guys can have it.
You guys can have it.
You guys. I can't be the best at everything. You know what I mean?
Third place ain't bad, baby.
You guys can have that. I'll be third all day. You know what I mean?
Honored to take it, Mace. Honored to take it.
But yeah, Masonic smoker first, not grower.
Yeah. Fuck. Oh, dude, 100%.
Fuck yeah.
Don't you think it's weird when you meet other breeders or hash makers and they don't either they don't smoke at all or they smoke so light you're just I don't know, man. I'm not saying I don't respect them any less, but it definitely rubs me a little odd.
So I'm it's like music and artists, they know what they know and that's the art that they portray. Right? We're when we buy your seeds and we buy your hash, we're buying your vision, we're buying your experience, we're buying your palate, how long your journey in terps has been. And if these guys, if they only smoke occasionally and they work with one strain and they live and die by that strain, I'm aware of that. And I'm just know that they could talk all the shit they want, but y'all motherfuckers ain't smoking.
Yeah, I know, bro. It's trippy.
So how, what are you selling?
What do you know? What
are you selecting?
Exactly.
You've never smoked Skittles like that, or papaya, or GMO, or anything. You just know Trainwreck, or whatever you're smoking.
in 05.
And I appreciate it. That's dope too. But that's all you know.
Yeah.
So it's like a boxed in package. Like you're not getting much.
Mace, we smoke hash like it's our job.
It is our job.
Exactly.
It is our job.
Yeah, it is our job.
Hey, there you are.
Hey.
But yeah, I think that's a good note to finish off on, playa. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh yeah,
on
bro.
today.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Masonic Smoker Podcast. You guys plug in. Where can they buy your beans at, man?
www.tbeezel.com.
There you go, baby. Where can
Go
they
to my
find
Instagram. My link is in my bio.
you? Yeah. What's your Instagram handle?
Little Lake Valley Seed _co.
Thank you so
My
much.
hot sauce company is trippy_chili.
Love it. We'll be tagging all that in the info section as well. Frank, anything you want to plug?
I will be at Emerald Cup doing the roast of Pasta Farms Comedy Roast. I'm very
Hilarious.
excited. It's going to be a blast. And then I'll be back here doing stand-up, Comedy Store, all that shit. I got dates coming up.
Emerald Cup's my birthday. We have a restaurant. We're going to be dabbing out in the restaurant and smoking. You want to
Santa
stop by
Rosa?
and party?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
You like to
I'm going to
party?
swing by more than likely.
Oh, are you going to be up there the same time I
I'm
am?
going to be all up in there.
Oh, okay, cool. Are you driving up?
I'm driving up. I'm taking my whole family with me.
Are you?
Yeah.
Hilarious. I'll be fucking in the back on the ride down, dog.
You're
No, I gotta
hilarious.
drive with another comic.
Yo, big,
yeah, let's all hang out.
big special
Absolutely.
thank you to Central Coast Garden Products again. Thank you for setting us up with this dope gear so we can capture this magic right here. And Masonic Smoker Podcast, support the Patreon. That's how we build this up, $3 to support the Patreon. We get like 1,000 viewers. Any given thing, all 1,000 you guys, it costs $3 to support this shit. Go tap in on $3 on the Patreon. MasonicSeeds.co, home of the original 5-packs for $100. That's 5 packs, 12 seeds in each pack, $100. Go tap in MasonicSeeds.co.
Tappy tap tap.
Peace.
Can this be the commercial?
This is the commercial. Guys, use green cleaner. I use it.
Damn, dog. That was that.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Hey.
There's really no better way he could have done that.